Hi, I'm Elizabeth, and I wanted to ask you, are the trees healthy where you live? I'm in the UK, and I've been noticing for more than a decade that the trees are sick and dying, and it's getting worse every year. As our external environment is a reflection of our inner selves, what does that say about our world? I first noticed the horse chestnut and the mountain ash getting sick when I lived in Yorkshire, northern England. And then when I moved to the southwest of England in early 2020, the trees were the same. With the horse chestnuts, the leaves develop brown patches that spread, turn crispy, then shrivel and fall off. Each year it happens earlier and earlier. Where it first started just before autumn, it wouldn't have been that noticeable unless you were paying attention. Now, it starts in July, so by autumn time, the trees are stark. I recently noticed the sweet chestnuts are going the same way too. And then we have the mountain ash trees, which are also called rowan tree. I've been told a few times since I've lived in the southwest that a batch of trees were imported from Europe to somewhere not too far from me. They came with a disease which spread. And while this might be true, the mountain ash have shown signs of decay for years. So to me, this problem isn't new. The mountain ash are sensitive trees, the last to grow leaves from late spring to early summer. And they are the first to lose their leaves in late summer to early autumn, so they're hardly green for long. But they've been struggling. Throughout the year, their branches grow weak and break off, sometimes still covered in green leaves. They grow fewer leaves each year until eventually they stand bare, devoid of life. A skeleton on the landscape that branch by branch crumples to the ground. The devastation you see here is in my local woods, where mountain ash trees have been felled to stop their branches from falling on unsuspecting walkers. Large areas are now exposed, once green and lush, a home to wildlife. The sycamore are following the chestnut trees, their leaves developing brown patches that spread and shrivel into dried, curled, spindly fingers. nothing like the glossy green they once were. But what concerns me the most are the oak trees. The oaks are a mighty tree that live for hundreds, even thousands of years if left alone. They grow slowly, forming strong roots that help them stand tall in any storm. And the oaks are often home to nature spirits such as tree nymphs, dryads, goblins and fairies. Recently, I've noticed early signs of the oak leaves developing these same brown patches. Typically, the oak is the last to lose their leaves in autumn. Often the only green deciduous tree holding their colour as we move into winter. But now, in October, and even though the autumn colours are late this year, very late in fact, the oaks are showing signs of the same disease. Some might say it's the weather conditions. The damaged leaves show signs of a fungal infection. But fungi don't kill healthy plants. They consume dead and decaying matter. So fungi are not the cause. They are nature's cleaner uppers. And even if it was the weather, would that really be the case year after year and in different areas of the country? No, something else is going on here. So I asked the trees. And as I connected with their energy, I felt roots growing from my feet and my arms stretching like branches. I had a sense of quiet power and great wisdom, with peace and stillness spreading through me. A single word came into my mind. Contamination. All around, contamination. The trees then showed me how they experience the world that we've created. At first, I noticed an uncomfortable frequency that went right through me, like scraping nails down a blackboard, but so much worse. I wanted to cover my ears, but the sound was in my head. It made me want to curl up into a ball and scream for it to stop. Then I sensed the air around me. My chest felt heavy, like I couldn't breathe. It made me gasp. The trees reminded me they use carbon dioxide to make oxygen. They are the lungs of this world. And without carbon dioxide and the trees, we, the humans, cannot breathe. Then I saw water, falling rain, rivers flowing or stagnant. But the water looked dirty and felt as if it burnt my skin. Contaminated, that word was still echoing through my mind. This environment I experienced through the trees. It felt unnatural, man-made. And I felt so sad. I felt guilty and sorry. But the trees told me not to cry, because life always follows a cycle. And our world is entering the death part of the cycle. Death must happen before rebirth. The never-ending cycle of life, death and rebirth happens to everyone and everything. Nothing stays as it is. Everything is always in transition. So yes, the trees are dying. It's happening whether we like it or not. And the trees told me, don't get attached to an outcome or get caught up in worry about trying to change anything. This was all part of a greater cycle, one that I had no control over. They told me to let go and flow. As their energy ebbed away, they left with a parting message. Stand strong in your light. Don't let anyone or anything take it. And as they left, I wept. If you'd like to know about my services and the products I create, you'll find links below the video. And if you want to get in touch, please use the contact form on my website. Thank you for watching, you beautiful soul.